What a three-way bodybuilding comparison this is. Shawn Rhoden from the 2012 Europa Super Show, Andrew Jacked in the center, 2022 Texas Pro, both winning shows, and I believe that was Shawn Rhoden's one of his first big wins as a pro. And ditto with Andrew Jacked, obviously his first pro show, period. Ronnie Coleman, throw him in there as an extra, 1997, whether it would be Olympia or Grand Prix Hungary, Grand Prix Hungary, 97. Either which way we'll be using for Ronnie Coleman. Now, what brought this matchup along in my channel? Well, you guys did. This was part of your You Pick Tuesday, and you guys are going Andrew Jacked Mania. It seems to be all you guys want. Maybe have a little break after this one for Andrew Jacked. Of course, we gotta compare him with Martin Fitzwater, don't we? But anyway, you guys wanted to see this one. Figured I would throw them all together. Interesting, isn't it? Andrew Jacked. He's huge. Structurally speaking, probably bigger and better than Ronnie Coleman or Shawn Rhoden. Now, when you're talking arms, it's a closed case. Ronnie Coleman, for sure. Maybe the less aesthetic out of the three. Very interesting. Go to the front lat spread. Little bit hard to size in this one. And same thing with this shot here. Andrew Jacked, structurally speaking. First of all, structures, these three guys, maybe three of the best of all time. Jacked is a giant. I think he's like 6'2". I don't know. He was towering over Steve Kuclo, and Kuclo's what, 5'11"? But the same height as Ronnie Coleman. Rhoden, what, 5'10" or so? Coleman, just like the front double, he's winning in the lats for the front lat. Look at that. The judges probably would give it to him. 97, keep in mind, guys, he exploded in size from 97 to 98. Actually, from 96 to 98, maybe more improvement in those 2 years than any bodybuilder in history. Turn to the side, because we are just going to have some fun today, guys. Shawn Rhoden, I think, is winning this one. And it's not to be taken too seriously, guys. This is just to compare maybe three of the best structures of all time. I think that Jack needs to work on his side chest, and it's not so much as his fault. Needs to work at it in the gym, needs to put on some thickness in the chest. Maybe expand that rib cage out. That can make a whole heck of a lot of a difference. Side chest or side tricep. Side chest was hard to see for Ronnie. He was tilted a little bit dousely. Hard to find pictures of Ronnie from 97. But the Grand Prix Hungary, he was pretty good. He's actually winning if you individualize the tricep. That's a big word, individualize. If you take a look at just the tricep, Ronnie's probably winning. But he's last in line as far as the physique is concerned. Jacked, he means business, guys. Look at the striations. Shawn Rhoden, he's like a smaller version of Jacked with more aesthetics. I think he's a little bit nicer looking in this shot is Shawn Rhoden. Wow, was he good, guys. We're so fortunate to have a guy like that in our industry. Shawn Rhoden, may he rest in peace. Let's have a look at the back developments, because this is where Ronnie Coleman, he turns the lights out on everybody else. Nobody even looks at anybody else but Ronnie. Look at the Christmas tree. Before he got really huge, Ronnie, his rear lat spread possessed an incredible Christmas tree. He was posing this way in, I think it was 2000, the 2000 Olympia. It's just hard to beat, guys. Now, who's winning between Jacked and Rhoden? Rhoden's better conditioned, I'll tell you that right now. Jacked is wider and bigger. Rear double bi, same thing. Ronnie's not as dominant here. He has more thick meat hanging off that back, I can tell you that. Look at that. Just thick, raw meat. And lower half, Coleman, negative 3% body fat. And it sticks out, you can see that. Look at the badonkadonk, the hamstrings. Basically, you can set him aside as the winner in this one, guys. Ronnie Coleman. Unbelievable. Now, as far as Rhoden and the other guy, Jacked. Jacked is so much bigger, you probably want to give it to him, but the conditioning would point to Rhoden. I'll let you know at the end who I have first, second, and third in this one. Abs and thigh makes my decision a little bit harder, I can tell you that. Look at Ronnie's structure. He really is big and bad. He's a good dude. He's big and bad. He's a good dude. That's what makes me so individual. Anyway, he's losing as far as the abs are concerned, Ronnie. That's his worst muscle. I mentioned that in the Ronnie Coleman, Nick Walker, bicep feud. That was just about the bicep, guys. I wasn't saying Nick was beating Coleman. You guys get so offended by that. Look at the biceps themselves. But anyway, this is a totally different video. Abs themselves. Ronnie is out of his element. I think Andrew Jacked is even doing enough to beat Shawn Rhoden, if you could believe that one. Wow, two of the best. Their abs themselves are a little bit different here. Rhoden and Jacked. Both bubbly. Most muscular. Most certainly the last say on this one. Ronnie, he just seems to be a different creature altogether. He was aesthetic back then. He was, he wasn't 300 pound on stage. He was like he had a good flow with his physique. Everything attached. Everything went with everything. Like I said, a different creature altogether than the other two. The other two more of a statuesque bodybuilder. Oh, here's a crab from everybody. Everybody's got the crabs. Andrew Jacked. This one here might not be the best shot for him. Take your mind to Kai Green. Or Shawn Rhoden. Another guy wasn't the best shot for him to hit. Ronnie Coleman, this is a bad picture of him. 97. Nobody even paying attention to the guy. Was not on anybody's radar. Placed 9th, I think. And then he comes back the next year and wins. Could you imagine if that happened nowadays? Either which way, it's a bad picture, but you can still tell he is much more form-fitted to the crab position. And Ronnie King Coleman, altogether, he wins, guys. And between Andrew Jacked and Shawn Rhoden, I think, honestly, Jacked was a little bit bigger, things of that nature, and he could have got a victory. But I might give an edge to Shawn Rhoden because of the conditioning. And he was very aesthetically pleasing as well. So, just for respect, I guess. And it was very close, to be honest with you, Diane. I'd give Shawn Rhoden second and Andrew Jacked third. But come on, guys. Shawn Rhoden, Olympia champion, and your winner, Ronnie King Coleman. And this is a little bonus treat for you guys. This is Ronnie King Coleman at the Russian Grand Prix in 97. This was when he beat everybody. After he was down and out, he was in a hotel room talking to Kevin Levrone. Damn, man, I just can't seem to place. So Kevin, he gave him a shot of vodka. He gave him a piece of pizza. He gave him some more vodka. He got him, probably half drunk. And I don't even drink no alcohol, man. He don't drink. He didn't drink, but you know what that did? The next day, he woke up looking like this, just pilled. It was the alcohol dried him out and the pizza carved him up. But anyway, that's a little bonus for this one, guys. Russian Grand Prix, 1997. Ronnie King Coleman. That was when he broke loose. Have a great one, guys.